some of us struggle with being authentic, and because we're putting up this person that we're not, we get drained at the end of the day, because it's an effort for us to go out there and mingle with a personality that is not ours. Now, there is some of you that feel that overwhelm or feel that they need that space, which is something that I have mentioned but very briefly in the post, is when you're going through a spiritual awakening or you're going through a Kundalini awakening. Now, when you're going through a Kundalini awakening, then guys, this is when what is needed here more than anything else is isolation, is in fact a lot of space, is a lot of focus within yourself to be in your meditative self. Because when you are engaged in a state of heightened sensitivity, and not to mention the heightened vulnerability, so that you are now a sponge, and not just that you're now a sponge and you're able to absorb everything around you, but if it is a spontaneous Kundalini awakening, then you may not even know what to do to be able to circumvent these kind of situations when you start to feel overwhelmed. If you are somebody who is going through a Kundalini awakening and is feeling overwhelmed, then one little piece of information for you would be that please make self-care and a lot of compassion your best friend for somebody that is in the thick of an awakening, especially if you don't have a friend or any support system, you don't have a guru, you don't have a spiritual mentor, you don't have any form of, support around you, then your system cannot cope with overwhelm. Your system cannot cope with extra exposure. What you need in your spiritual awakening is to get into your cocoon and stay there. And when you come out of your cocoon, you come out incrementally. Don't overexpose your already strained nervous system. And this is why, folks, we go through, when you want to go through a Kundalini awakening, that was something that was passed down. It was when you're initiated and, you spend a lot of time harnessing this power inside of you, and you spend a lot of time preparing your nervous system for it. Now, where we are in ascension and where we are at this point in our evolution, our spiritual genesis as a person, as a species, there is no such luxury afforded to all of us. If anything, our lives and the way they have been, and our lifetimes and incarnations and the way that they have been, were already preparing us for this spontaneous Kundalini awakening, except for maybe this life we might have taken on more than we could chew on. But nevertheless, we chose to be into that so that we could then come into a position of tremendous pressure that would force our Kundalini to awaken. There are many posts on this about Kundalini and trauma and the connection between that and a lot of spontaneous Kundalini awakening. So you'll find that all on the profile. Just click on the Kundalini awakening. You should find something there. And if you can't, just pop me in a question and I'll try to answer. For now though, please, if you are going through a Kundalini awakening, then try to steer clear of even electronics, social media. Stay hydrated. Look after yourself. That is most important. Don't even listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. Just get into your cocoon. Go into that. It's so vital for you to preserve yourself at the moment. And this is why, a lot of yogis went away. Even I went away. When I was going through all of that, I was away and I was off the radar for many, many years. And so maybe that's something that you need to do. Maybe you don't need to do. But the moment you feel that, for somebody who's going through a Kundalini awakening, please stop. Do not overextend yourself, because that's when we become burnt out and we are fried. You want to try to preserve your energy as much as you can. Eat live foods, eat foods that are going to regenerate you, and nothing dense, nothing overly cooked, nothing that has been cooked yesterday and you're eating it today. Try to eat something that is fresh and alive, so alive, when I say alive, like things like that are sprouted. So there's a lot on this which you'll find anyway. Yes, lots of love, and don't forget to click on the series as well. I am in the middle of creating a series that is about Kundalini Awakening and what you can do, and lots of tools that you might be able to use, and how you know when Kundalini is where on your Meru, your Danda, which is your spinal cord, where it is sitting at, and how that affects you, and what you can do if it is out of kilter, out of balance. Lots of love. Take care.